Welcome, CA Meenakshi.
Thank you, sir.
It's a great pleasure that after we have concluded our success meet, I got an opportunity to meet one student where she was very clear that I'll surely come meet you. So thanks for the gratitude. And while discussing, I had conversation which I felt that it should be there on the camera. Anyways, I wanted you always to be telling few things to the students that என்னென்ன பண்ணணும் என்னென்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது.
Yes, sir.
Before we go into that, I just want to know your journey. I mean, how long is the journey of CA? And this, I'm also not aware of. Might be I knew your final journey to an extent when we were discussing maybe 2-3 days back, but I don't know your entire journey. So when you started CA and how you started CA, what has been your journey? What have been the ups and downs?
So I started my to be honest, when I completed 10th, my father and I were discussing whether to take the commerce group or science group because
Okay.
in CBSE got 10 on 10, 100.
super.
CBSE it's 10 on 10. So then we were discussing about whether to take science or
Or
whether to take
commerce.
commerce. So my father was very clear: if you take science, go for engineering.
Okay.
If you have to take commerce, it should be a professional course
The
because
topmost course.
yes, the top-notch course. So I researched in the 10th after the exams. There'll be 2 months gap.
Correct.
So in the 2 months gap, I researched the entire CA, CS. I even searched for CS, CMA, and CA, CS, and CMA. All the
All
three. I
three
searched.
professional courses.
All the three I researched fully and what are the procedures, and the longest at that time was CA because
Okay.
CS didn't have the internship program
period.
at that time. So I thought, okay, we'll go for CA. Even that had more. I had more interest in that accounts and the subjects somewhat interested me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take commerce group and I'll complete CA. The
You're going to
11th
take up
standard.
CA course.
Yes.
Was clear right from 10th standard.
Yes. So 10 after I completed 10th and when we went for the admission for the 11th, I was clear. Okay, I'm gonna do CA. I'll just complete my 12th and I'll directly go for foundation. I won't
Okay.
go for college. I decided there itself.
Okay, coming to that aspect, I mean, a lot of students are not so clear like you are clear that you want to do CA. So let us also clear the myth that you have clarity right from the beginning. Major of the students won't have clarity even after clearing foundation. So it's okay not to be clear, but it's should be very clear that you're not clear.
Yes.
So I always feel that it's okay. At times, it's rather life is very uncertain. It's okay not to be clear, but at least don't tell yourself like that I'm clear with that. No. So you have to discuss with few students. You have to get some perspective. Then might be things get in perspective. Might be for you the journey was different, where you are very focused, very clear with your direction. Yes, this is my journey, and that is my destination. So you are very
there
clear.
my father played a major part there because he was very clear that only when he guided me I was able to, okay, I have to do from the 11th I was clear just because he had that pressure on me in the 10th after leave
that you have
that
to do.
you have to select and you have to go on your path. You can't deviate between there.
But again,
So yeah.
not all the students would take the advice of the parents so seriously as you took. Rather, talking about the guys, I always tell that girls are the strongest, but there are certain things which are different in girls and which are different in boys. One of the aspects is guys turn into rebellion.
Yes.
So that's age where when you talk about 15 to 25, generally they turn into rebel for no reasons. I'm no exception for that. For no reasons they turn into rebel. So at times, for girls, yes, what you said would be applicable in many of the scenarios if at all parents are clear with that.
Yes.
And not all the parents are very clear with what you
Yes,
want
yes.
to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you had an opportunity where you are very focused. First
Yes.
advantage. Because 10 on 10 in CBA. Second, father was very clear with what he wanted. So all these factors made sure that you have a clear cut direction. But talking generally, students would not be clear. Secondly, parents, even if they are educated, supposing they are from science background, they don't know what is to be done in
Yes, sir.
commerce background, or even if they are businessmen, they are not sure. And
Yes,
nowadays, parents would like to give that freedom to the students that you decide. But the fact, even parents don't realize that student itself is confused. So you need some hand holding, and rather students should understand that they have to go and grab some hand. And families are the only persons who will give their hands to you. Otherwise, it is you who have to take the effort and find some mentor, might be a senior, might be your friend, you'll find a lot of people. Only thing is you have to, supposing your juniors are there.
Yeah.
The moment I feel even a junior of maybe say 6-7 years younger to you, the moment he or she asks Meenakshi that what is that I have to do, I'm pretty confident that she would rightly sit with that person, him or her, and clearly tell, see, these are all the options. I know all the options. I have evaluated all the options. I have been into the course, and though I have been into CA course, I know the ifs and buts of CS and CMA courses.
Yes, of course.
So, based on the potential of the candidate, at times you do know that the candidate is not. I'm not telling that students or not anyone can become CA. I don't buy that particular point. At times you do know that the caliber of the student is not to the level that he can spend. Might be you can add it to the question. If at all you're going to do CA, you have to do 10 times more effort than I do.
Yes.
So that people, I think they don't easily share. They try to be playing very safe. That no, you can do. Yes, you can do. But please add that factor.
Yes.
I took 10 hours to sit and learn. Meenakshi might take 12 hours. At times that certain students have to stretch 1 year fully if they want to achieve. IQ of every student is different.
Yes.
So that fact is not said to the students. So students have to be very clear. It's okay to hold someone's hand and walk alone.
Definitely.
That was your journey from
Yes.
10th standard. Why did you then select your college?
Basically, if I have to be very honest, I felt it was a waste of money. Because at the time, obviously, sir, because we study finance, I was very, very much conscious about the money I spent.
Okay.
Right from the
Beginning.
11th and 12th, I was very conscious about the money spending. Like, I didn't want to spend any much. My father's very, I mean, he pampers me a lot. My mother and my father pampers me a lot. They won't deny me money.
Okay.
But what I felt was I shouldn't waste the money, even if it's a small thing,
Okay.
because my school was just 10 minutes walk from my home.
Okay.
So I didn't have to travel much also. 10 minutes walk to home, I'll go only to and from the school.
Okay.
I don't go out also very much because
Okay.
the school is very near to my home. I don't have the scope of going out. I don't
Oh.
have, so I'll straight away go home, straight away come to school. Like that only way I was practicing. So also when I got the knowledge of finance and the accounts, and so I was basically not ready to spend that much money when I was not when I'm not going to get anything out of that degree because I'm doing CA.
Okay.
So BCom degree is a important degree if I go for a corporate job. I researched for that also. My mentor is Yogesh sir. He told me that if at all you want a corporate job, they might demand a BCom degree also along with your CA.
Correspondence course was one of the option.
Yes, I did the correspondence later.
You did it?
Yeah, later on I did the correspondence, but
Okay.
the BCom degree is important. I was told that they might ask. If you are a CA, then no question ahead. But sometimes some companies may ask.
Even
BCom
if you
degree.
write BCom correspondence course, they are
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
with it.
So that's why I did a BCom degree in articleship. I was doing articleship. I did a correspondence.
Okay.
But now we are talking about college also. So what I thought was, my personal opinion was, I'm not going to spend my entire day in college because I've selected on CA. I have to come for foundation classes. I was very clear on classes. I can't start because I didn't think much about self study at the foundation time.
Okay.
Because once I completed my 12th standard, like I researched on the commerce versus engineering on 10th leave.
True.
Likewise, in the 12th leave, I was contemplating on the academies to
Which
join.
you have to
CA.
join for CA Foundation.
So me and my mother will take a bus and we'll go for the academies and we'll just inquire what is the fees and
So you have
what
done
should we
proper
do.
R&D.
Yeah, what is the fees and what we have to do. So that all we have done. So my sister who's 2 years older than me was already doing CA at that time, foundation.
Okay.
So she recommended YS Academy to me.
She's also qualified.
She's
CA.
also
Own
qualified
sister?
CA. No, cousin sister.
Okay.
But she's very close, my best friend.
Okay.
So she qualified CA November 23 at. So
Okay.
she had done foundation in YS Academy. So she told you inquire all the academies and go for YS
Best
Academy
Academy.
also. Best Academy, YS Academy. And I think one more event I've got.
At that point of time, only two
Only
academies.
Best Academy in 2018. 2000.
Okay.
Yeah,
At that point of time, many academies existed, but when Coimbatore started, the credit goes only to YS Academy and followed by West Academy because they created that market for the CA students to retain and city. Being founder of another academy, I have said this clearly to you that due credit has to be given to those people who have created the market for these students. Otherwise, there was a trend, might be you're not aware. I'd share you that people used to go and only go to Chennai for classes.
Okay.
So for final, the objective of signing for starting final, and the final as of now only Vidyapeeth Academy is mainly handling it. Because I thought that why should student go outside when we can bring the same quality down
That's
here?
also I'll come. You know, you are very much aware. Whenever I meet you, I'll thank you for opening an academy for CA Final. Whenever I meet you.
Right. So this I had some difference of opinion when you talk about spoke about college, because my personal opinion is students have to decide whether they have to go to college or not.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Reason being, you said that it is obviously finance wise. I buy your point that you have to evaluate the financial constraints that you have. So I'm subject to that particular point. I'm putting my opinion that students. I always tell when a student comes to me and tells that should I do CA foundation or should I go to college, I said it's your personal choice.
Yes, yes. Of
It's
course.
totally a personal choice. A few reasons I would like to point out. First, you do get something. How? You do connect with people,
Yeah, that's there.
right? So your connection, your bonding with people is so much that we have been taught in the English format that whatever is bookish is only knowledge. But there you don't learn bookish things. You do connect with people. You do interact. You do participate in extracurricular activities, be it singing or dancing or yoga, whatever. There are a lot of other things. Even if you're going to with your friends in a say Pizza Hut or Domino's or say any such places, I feel that that is an activity that a college student, school student has to do, because at this age we do go out
Yeah.
for sure, but I cannot connect myself. I myself cannot connect with the Vishal who was there earlier.
Yes.
So that connection is pretty difficult. With age, your perception changes. Right. I'm unfortunate that I have young minds around me so that I can see the perception of this. But normally people don't see that perception. They only see one perception. So I feel that connect is very important. What is the worst thing that a CA lacks?
Socializing.
Socializing. Right. I was discussing with you on some other context.
Yes.
Right. I asked her a thing that when is the last time you went to your friend's birthday party? Or when is the last time where you said that, okay, there's a party, there's an outing, I'll also join. Rather, CA students are those students who will tell that, okay, this is party, I'll be out. There's a gathering, no, I have studies, I have classes. Rather, in my own classes, I will tell that even if you bunk my class, it's not a problem. You come and ask me. So, what is the subject that you're going to take tomorrow? This is a subject, this is a topic. It's not so important. If it is important, I tell that, don't miss this topic. You can plan your outings otherwise. You can go on these days, here you can do self-study, ask your friend. If it is important, I tell no, this chapter is very important. So there are few chapters where ITC chapter, no, don't go out. There are few chapters which I would tell that no, you be here. Otherwise, I tell okay, no problem. Please make sure that you come back and discuss, or you have some idea, brief idea. Because India attacks as subject is such that I can connect these points which are left out with other chapters. So for me, that is an advantage, and even I feel that it's okay. Once in a while you get an opportunity where you should tell no. So that is connect. The second is in socializing and communication. We lack in communication.
Yes, we do.
We badly lack in communication.
Yes, we do.
This on record that we do have all the courses that ICA granted for communication skills, but to be on record, no, that is not up to the mark. Not at all up to the mark. Right? Reason being, they just conduct that course for the sake of conducting, not realizing the fact that it should be so much connected to the part of curriculum that it should be that. You know, very few branches have all those communication skills very often.
Okay.
Maybe we are fortunate that Coimbatore CCAS is doing certain things, activities.
Yes.
There are a lot of branches which don't do any activity. And Coimbatore branch of CCAS is doing activities, but not to the level that I am expecting that there should be communication. Not all students are coming.
Yeah.
Who's taking the effort to call all the students and tell them, please join? If you get a call, you'll join.
Yeah.
If you don't get a call, you'll tell them, okay, that's some program.
Mm.
But personally, if you get some call,
We
you're attached.
Yes.
You will go, okay, someone has called from my mother body. I should go and attach. So that I feel that college will give you that particular background. And thirdly, please do understand the realistic thing. Maybe first two parts you can ignore. You can tell that no, I am very good with connecting and socializing, and my communication skills are good. So I don't want to buy this particular point. Thirdly, very important point. People fail to understand that if they don't buy worst case scenario, you have to evaluate all the possibilities. You are into this profession, so your mindset should be clear with all the possible evaluations. If you don't clear,
Yes.
correct?
That's a point.
What is the thing that you have on record? And please don't tell me that I'll do correspondence later. No, that journey of doing BCom, even if you do BCom correspondence at that point of time, it's fine. The journey of doing the continuous education is more, that connect is more. You are easily able to adapt it and complete it. rather than giving a break and coming back and adapting it.
Yes.
So you cannot tell that no, I'll, if at all I don't succeed after 4 5 years, I'll try to do. You will not have that ability. Your mindset will not be so. Supposing you want to switch over to law.
Yes.
One more fact. So if at all you want to do law is a very good degree. I mean, CAs with lawyers are the recent superb combination, and our team is in process of becoming lawyers. Even I'm going to enroll next year. So
Oh.
it's a very good combination. When you have your litigation practice, it's an excellent combination. Why should we give our cases to lawyers where we can handle the cases with more expertise in accounting and taxation? So that what will happen if you're not doing your BCom? So people don't realize that you'll have difficulty in getting if you want to you travel outside passport.
Exactly. That's
First.
the reason he told.
Right. Second, you will not be able to do certain other courses. If I'm not having that UG degree, for me to become a lawyer, it will take 5 years. I have to go undergo 5 years course.
Okay.
But if I want to do after BCom, I had tried CA, might be certain things did not click. I was not able to spend so much amount of time because here quality and quantity both matter. Sitting capacity does matter in CA, which I'll be discussing with her. So 3 years is time. So the moment you hear 5 years and 3 years, there's a totally different mindset. So for that reason, I would suggest that take your own choice, evaluate things, have details on her hand. She had all her details on her hand, and finally she did become correspondence.
After completing the intermediate, I went for the articleship, and during the articleship period, the ICA allows one course during the articleship.
Okay.
So we can do correspondence in IGNOU or Bharatiya University. Anything is fine.
BCom is there in your resume.
Yes. it's
Correct.
there.
So that would be helping you a lot. So after you did your intern, so you started your foundation which year?
2018 November 18, I wrote my foundation. So
You
in
cracked
fact,
in first
2000
attempt.
probably
Okay.
cracked in first attempt, and after that I went for IS only for the intermediate also. I cracked in the first attempt.
So that
November
was in which year?
November 2019.
2019. So from 2019, so we'll start your journey from 2020 because November 2019 results will come on 2020.
Yes. January.
Results came out.
Yeah.
So 2020 to 2024, approximately 4 years. What are the ups and downs in CA final?
So that's I didn't find any discomfort during the foundation and intermediate, because all I did was that's one thing because as you told college, I'm telling this, sir. I told it this in to my relatives also. They asked me, don't you miss college? They asked me, don't you miss going to college? Don't you miss those friendships and all? So what I told was, you can't miss anything you don't experience.
True.
So I didn't experience college.
So you did not miss that.
So I did not miss that.
True.
And for the sake of friendship, I mean, in aspect of the friendship, in YS we study in a batch of 200 people.
So there are a lot of friends.
There are a lot of people there, both in foundation and inter.
Super.
So there's no hesitation in talking or discussing. In fact, we study in groups. We create competition, and we study and we clear.
So it is a better replacement in that way, where you select a proper academy, so
Yeah.
you don't miss those things.
Yes.
Aspects.
So that's there, and financial constant is not the. I mean, financial constant might be there,
But for others,
yeah,
those
but
who
for
have, when they take a decision,
yes,
so your point was very valid when you spoke about finance. Being in this profession, if you don't
Yes.
think about finance, then might be you have to rethink whether you have to enter it or not.
I probably didn't want to enjoy the college life because because I was very clear in 11th. My mind feeded me that you should focus only on your goal. So probably I didn't want the enjoyment at that time. Now, if you ask me, probably I would have missed 1 or 2 trips. The IVs they take, the college IV take, because my sister, whom I told has completed CA, she went to college.
Okay. So she
she-
would have shared her experience
Yeah,
to you.
she went to Hyderabad, I think. So I think I felt a moment of jealousy. Then that was totally fine for me, because I didn't want to go out.
You are very clear with what you wanted.
Yes.
So it was not forced upon you.
Yes.
So I'm
Because
talking.
it was not forced upon me, I didn't miss it, or I
Correct.
didn't blame anyone for that.
So at times, students who are not very clear
Yes.
just want to evaluate these things, that they have to take care of all these things before
Yes.
taking decision.
Yes.
Think of all these aspects. That law degree was a very new surprising thing, because when I decided to join law this year 2024, I could not travel because of the classes, otherwise I would have gone and registered. So I was talking to few students who were joining law along with me. So they are students come CAs and they are joining law.
Okay.
So I heard from them that they had not did their degree and they are confused whether to join 3 years course or 5 years course.
Oh. Okay.
So one of the person is CA Ashwin, who was from Coimbatore. Now she is working in Chennai.
Okay.
So he said I said don't take chances. Anyways, you're into practice. 3 years or 5 years will not make much difference. You go for a 5 years course. Make sure that you don't have any trouble in future.
Mm.
So there is some technical issues whether CA can be recognized on par with BCom, etc. But until the clarity is there, it's 5 years course. If you want to take a chance, you can go with 3 years course. But that is on a condition that you qualify CA.
Yes,
If you don't
yes.
qualify CA, clear cut 5 years.
Yes. Yes.
So that was the news, and I said that okay, this should be shared to students that BCom is very important. You do BCom college or BCom correspondence,
Yes.
that's fine. But it is very important. Be it BCom or BCom CA, whatever it is, you have to do that. So in that particular journey of 2020 to 2024,
Yes, sir.
so one specific question, that was the exact moment. I mean, I'm realizing now when we are discussing when COVID came.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So COVID, the full form, I guess it came in November 19 only. No, it
No,
was
no. After my
Jan-
results came in February. I think my results came on February 3rd, sir.
okay.
And I went for an interview in my articleship firm. I joined on February 14th. It was the
Okay.
Valentine's Day, so I thought, okay, CA is my Valentine. I'll join on Valentine's Day. So I joined on the Valentine's Day. So
Okay.
February 14th, I joined.
Correct.
I think after that I went for an audit also. My articleship firm gives me laptops.
Okay.
So it was comfortable for me because we go for we go out of office also for audit.
True.
So they gave me laptops and we were handling the stuffs, and I think March 20 only COVID
First
lockdown
COVID
came.
lockdown
Yeah.
came March 20,
So
second
March
in May.
20, yeah.
21.
March 20 the lockdown came, but I was because I went for 1 month, I had a rough idea.
But this question is with respect to students are now confused, and fortunately, the timing is so fortunate that we discussed 3-4 days back.
Yes.
Correct. And when we discussed, I said that one of the topic that I want to take, don't discuss much on it because I want to get the raw content, was online versus face-to-face classes. Yesterday I watched a movie, Vetian. So yesterday night I went to a movie. Rajnikant, superstar Rajnikant was there in adding flavor to it. Amitabh Bachchan. It was not so good movie that we can enjoy Raji's movie. It was a bit different movie, but the concept therein was it was all about online classes and face-to-face classes.
Seriously?
Seriously. So
Wow.
this is a sheer coincidence that I did not even tell to her that this has happened. That was all about online classes. How you get to know only the second half. First half you don't get to know anything. First half you
Okay.
think that it's a pretty normal movie about commitment of crimes against women.
Yes, I read the review that it's a
Correct.
crime thriller.
No. So it was the first half. Second half you come to know why it had happened.
Okay.
So in that, the main reason was, we'll not name the company, but we know that what was the company which was creating that online big buzz, and a lot of other companies came in. Now that company is in a very difficult position as of now,
Yes.
right? Finding it difficult to even pay salaries to the employees. So you realize that what is a big trap, and in spite of the fact that Vidyapit Academy itself claims that we are having face-to-face classes plus online live, and we have started recorded lectures. Recorded lectures of mine were that right from the first
Yes.
COVID time. But I would always tell the students that you go for recorded lectures, but if possible, come for face-to-face classes. So there's always a fight between online versus face-to-face. What was your experience with online classes, if you have attended any? And what is your takeaway from face-to-face classes, or what is the comparison between both in your view?
So yeah, I took both face-to-face and online. So because I did my foundation, and I have repeatedly told this everywhere, because I took foundation and intermediate in face-to-face classes, I found it really difficult to get concentrated in online classes. I bought the classes because COVID came, sir. But even before COVID, I don't think there was proper final classes for us in Coimbatore.
No, Best Academy was one of the option, but yes, before COVID there was Best Academy.
Before COVID, I think SFM and
No.
SFM and FR, I think they took
Indirect
all the-
access, all the subjects they had,
Okay.
but maybe one or two subjects.
But also
were
it was
missing.
too soon for me to get
Take
into
classes.
classes.
It was November 19 is your
Yeah. So I
exam.
just joined in February 14.
You did not even have breathing.
Yeah,
time.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to study so fast.
It's understandable.
I just wanted to. My father and mother, they were the guiding lights. I'll say this anywhere. They were the guiding light. Anywhere I went for a deviation, they will
come and sit with you and
Yeah,
discuss.
they will take me back, but that time I may be very, very upset at the time, but now I am very, very grateful for that, because sometimes they tell don't go out, don't go.
You
like
will understand a lot of things when you retrospect.
Yes. So like that, sometimes they pamper me a lot, but
Ah.
sometimes they do this, and sometimes I get angry. But then later, not later, now I realized it.
True.
So yeah, so that time I wasn't this thing, sir. And when we come to on face-to-face classes, I was very clear that I want face-to-face classes only, and I wanted a break for at least 8 months, 8 or 6 months before starting studying for final.
Okay.
Because I just cleared, and I also wanted to concentrate on learning the works of my articleship.
Yes, that is a very important phase of
Yeah,
your
so
CA
that was the
journey.
beginning of my articleship career, articleship life, and I wanted to concentrate on what I can learn, what I can
From
explore on
that
learning.
firm.
Yeah, from that firm, what I can explore on learning. So I took a 8 months break. After that, I consult. That time, COVID was there, and it was to and fro. It was coming and going back.
A lot of things
After
are
that,
restricted.
yeah, a lot of things were restricted, and my seniors were like, you go for online classes, you start studying one subject at a time, you have much time. So what happens is, every time, only when we become seniors, we give advice, and the juniors think the same thing we thought as juniors,
The
like,
same thing you passed on.
yeah, the same thing I passed on. So my senior passed on to me that start studying law. It's a very basic subject. Start studying law. You can self-study. You don't need to
No
buy
much
classes.
amendments are also
Yeah,
there.
don't need to buy classes for that. You start with law. I took the advice. I went home. I got my books. I got I think I got SFM and SFM and law alone, book alone I got. I didn't register for final at the time.
Okay.
So I got the book by paying money extra for that. I got the book. I opened the book. I couldn't study. I could not study. Also, it's law. So then I was like, Anna, I couldn't study this. Tell me some other idea. So he was like, study study SFM, because you bought the SFM book. Study SFM. Go to this class. Best Academy only, sir. Vinay Chauhan.
Vinay Chauhan sir was
Vinay
taking-
Chauhan sir was there. So I think you probably can take his classes and study.
True.
So his classes I took. He had his material also. He had his own question material. He was-
Face-to-face classes.
No. Online.
Online classes,
Online. At
okay.
the time, online classes.
Okay.
So I got my book. I did I think fairly, but I was not able to sit for more than 2 hours. I would say in 1 hour. I was not able to sit. So then I thought probably just the beginning I couldn't sit, but after managing the articleship, and this was a little difficult. So I was juggling between that, but I was not able to get the confidence that I can pass with the online classes, because my mind was full of, you went for face to face, you passed in first attempt. You went for face to face, you'll pass in
Pass
first
first
attempt.
attempt.
So my mind was fully on that. So because my mind was blocked like that, I wasn't ready to accept the fact that I can see online classes. My mind worked like that at the time. After that, my articleship was around 2.5 years, and that was only juggling between the classes and that.
You are still
that
watching
subject.
few online lectures.
Yeah, few online lectures. I started FR, I started SFM, and I think I started with also law. Yeah, law also I got a class, and DT I didn't study, so because amendments will be there. So I thought SCMP also will study it when I get the exam leave. So I concentrated on these three subjects, but then I wasn't getting the confidence. So I November 22 attempt, I got the leave. I went for the orientation classes.
Okay.
During the orientation classes, I purchased the other two, DT IDT and also SCMP I purchased. For completing class itself, I took around, I think I took till September.
Okay, so you have already seen all the classes online.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
That's
yes.
news to me.
Okay, I did. No, IDT, I think IDT, yeah, I came online. That Best Academy you were teaching, I think August.
Okay.
July to August, I think we had our classes. So IDT, I came there.
Okay.
IDT, I didn't take online class, but for all the subjects, I took the online.
Almost all the sub you have hands-on experience with online classes.
Yes. So I was very much. I think I was in the stage like ஒரு subject காது எனக்கு face to face கிடைக்காதா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருந்தபோது my friend told that there's a class of IDT Best Academy Vishal Sir Jain is taking, so you can come. So I enrolled there and we attended the classes. Then again I sat for I didn't complete at that time. FR and all I didn't complete. So I completed all the subjects only in September.
Okay.
So in
This
1
September
month,
2022.
September 2022.
Okay.
So in 1 month, I couldn't plan my
Okay.
studies properly.
Okay.
So, but I also didn't attend any tests
Okay.
because I was in a notion, and it was the truth. I didn't study properly. I just finished the classes.
Okay.
Finishing classes is a
The first task,
separate thing.
main task, but not the only task.
Yes, it was a separate thing. Learning is a separate thing. Revising
Everything
is a
is
separate
totally
thing.
separate thing. True.
Writing test is separate. So these four are separate.
Superb.
So I did only one part at that time.
So there's 3 parts are still pending.
Yes, and that time my father, that time also he insisted, please write tests. You can't go without tests. Please write 1 or 2 so that you can at least know your level. So I wrote the test, but I didn't take it much seriously because it was concentrating on my exam.
True.
I took his advice. I wrote 2 tests, but I wasn't too much concentrated on the test because I wrote it for, okay, my father is telling, he tells good only, so I'll write. So I wrote. I didn't correct it also because I knew I probably didn't write it well.
Okay.
So I left it. After that, I wrote my exams and I didn't clear.
Okay.
Then that was the first time I failed in my life. I haven't failed in
Right from the
school
childhood.
also.
True.
I was in the top 3 in the school. Top 3, top 5, top 10 always. So that was a breaking point for me. And I break down that much that I broke down and I cried and also. But result came, I cried and all. My father and mother was like, okay, they were very supportive of me. I can't even imagine that.
I can understand the trauma you went through when you
I
faced your
went through
first
a
failure.
trauma. They went through a different trauma.
Taking care of you.
Taking care of me, and also they would also be disappointed, sir, because they had the expectations. Actually, my father, he was a very middle line person. Like, he won't get too much excited, he won't get too much sad, like that. He'll be in
Adi Yogi.
like that. So when my foundation and inter results came, he was like, all the best for your results. He gave me a handshake and told, any result பாத்துக்கலாம், நீ ஃபெயில் ஆனா கூட பாத்துக்கலாம் அப்படினா சொல்லிட்டு ஆபீஸ் போனாரு.
That is required for each parents. Might be they have to understand that support plays a lot.
But that time it was like, என்ன இப்படி சொல்லிட்டு போறாரா, ஃபெயில் ஆறவே நம்பறாரா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
Expressions are different for different persons.
That time I didn't understand it, sir. Then in final, no, the day before result, he was like, I think you will pass this time. November 22 அந்த இது வந்து நைட் வந்து சொன்னாரு, I think you will pass this time னு சொல்லிட்டு போனாரு. அந்த டைம் என்னால பாஸ் பண்ண முடியலன்னு எனக்கு ரொம்ப வருத்தம். அந்த I couldn't give him what, ஏன்னா அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவர் எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷனே வச்சுக்கல. ஃபவுண்டேஷன் படிக்கும் போதும் he was like, it was not like he didn't have expectations, he just didn't show it to me. அது வந்து நம்ம வந்து எக்ஸைட் ஆனா பொண்ணு இன்னும் வருத்தப்படுவா அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக probably அம்மா
that will add on.
Yes. So அதனால அவர் அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு போயிருக்கலாம். நான் ஃபவுண்டேஷன் போது இன்டர் போது ஃபவுண்டேஷன் ரிசல்ட்ஸ் ஐ saw, இன்டர் ரிசல்ட்ஸ் he only saw. இன்டர் ரிசல்ட் பார்த்துட்டு he was like double tick அப்படின்னாரு. அந்த இன்டர் ரிசல்ட் பார்த்துட்டு டபுள் டிக் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னாரு.
ஓகே, சூப்பர்.
ஸோ அதனால இது நவம்பர் ரிசல்ட் பார்த்துட்டு, நவம்பர் ரிசல்ட்ஸ் ஆல்சோ he only saw first. அதை பார்த்துட்டு எனக்கு வந்து அந்த டைம்ல நான் என்ன ஹேண்டில் பண்றதே வந்து ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்தது. அழுதுட்டே இருந்தேன். எப்படின்னா சில டைம் சாப்பிடும் போதெல்லாம் அழுக வரும். அந்த நவம்பர் பீரியட் தாண்டும் போது ரொம்ப கில்ட்டியா.
Next 2-3 months.
Probably next till January I wasn't able to.
No, Jan results came out. Thereafter 2-3 months. November you wrote.
Yeah, Jan.
So then you would have taken 2-3 months to get over it.
Probably I took till March 1st and all. I couldn't get over that I failed and all. But நான் வந்து அப்ப யோசிக்கவே இல்லை, நான் என்ன படிச்சேன், நான் என்ன தப்பு பண்ணேன், அடுத்த எப்படி அதெல்லாம் நான் யோசிக்கவே இல்லை. அது வந்து நான்
just that the results failed and you are testing it for the first time, that was too much overpowering all the other facts.
அந்த டைம்ல வந்து I didn't go out with my friends also. என் ஃப்ரெண்ட் வந்து சென்னையில எல்லாம் வந்திருந்தா, இங்க வெளில கூப்பிட்டேன். அப்ப அங்க கூட எங்க அப்பா வந்து, நீ போயிட்டு வா, என் ஃபெயில் ஆனதுல பண்ணக்கூடாதா, என்ன தப்பு, சிஏங்கிறது இட்ஸ் வெரி நார்மல், இட்ஸ் அட் அட்டெம்ப்ட் டேக்கிங் இஸ் வெரி நார்மல், பட் ஓகே யூ எக்ஸ்பெக்டட், யூ டிடன்ட் கெட் இட், பரவாயில்ல விட்டுரு. they were very very supportive. I knew that அவங்களுக்குள்ள ஒரு கஷ்டம் இருந்து, அம்மா எல்லாம் வந்து ரொம்ப ஃபீல் பண்ணாங்க. ஆனாலும் she was like, okay, அடுத்த தடவை பாத்துக்கலாம். ஸோ அந்த பாயிண்ட்டும் வந்து இட் வாஸ் சம்வாட் ஈட்டிங் மீ அப் இன்சைட். அதுக்கப்புறம் மார்ச் வந்துடுச்சு. March வந்து March, April, May. It was
Exam.
May attempt. I didn't know what to do. I studied also. I started studying in February
Itself,
middle,
but not full-fledged.
but not full-fledged. So அந்த மாதிரி போச்சு. I honestly have no recollection. நான் எப்படி
what
படிச்சேன்,
happened?
என்ன படிச்சேன் எனக்கு எதுவுமே தெரியல. But I studied my best. நான் வந்து அப்ப என்ன யூடியூப் கிளாஸஸ் பார்த்தேன். அப்பயும் வந்து I think that time you already started the classes, right? I don't know why I missed the classes here. நீங்க அப்பவே வந்து I think final
No, we didn't start the classes. Effectively, we started only in
May 2020, May
right.
2023.
Pongal 2023 Pongal
I
we
think
started.
you started, I don't know, probably because I was so drowned in my sorrow.
Yeah, we started. The first batch was only for May 23.
Yes, first batch I saw the pamphlets also, but I'm not able to.
But it was very new. We were also trying to do a lot of things differently to reach out to students. So many students, even today, after about 1.5 years of our journey, it's almost 1.5 years, more than that, we were not able to reach to the students. So we were trying different. Our tech team, social media team was also trying to reach. But now I guess we are somewhat on the track, not
Yes.
to correct, but we are trying to reach out to students. There are a lot of students who come. Vidyapit Academy itself is there, we don't know. So no problem. We are beginners. And that gives me a positive thing. சரி தெரியல அதுக்கு வேண்டி இல்லையா. ஸோ ஈவன் தெரியலனாலும் ஃபைனல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வராங்கன்னா தெரிஞ்சிச்சுன்னா இவ்வளோ வருவாங்க.
Yes, exactly.
So that is a positive feedback that I tell my mind, okay, that's particularly fine. So on the time we were starting, first batch might
Yeah,
be.
first
And
batch.
your results ka aprom na you said that you are
Yes.
in a different zone. Might be you would have missed that then.
அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் May results came, I didn't clear. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னன்னா I decided on giving one group for November. So November அப்போ I gave one group, that also I didn't clear. அது வந்து I expected it to clear. நான் நல்லா தான் எழுதியிருந்தேன், I expected it to clear, but I think it went in 6 marks. 6 or 4 marks it went out. DT ல I didn't pass. பாக்கி எல்லாம் பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன், பட் அக்ரிகேட்டும் வரல. அதுக்கப்புறம் okay, I was like okay now then again I saw Vidyapit. I'm going for classes, nothing doing, I'm going for classes. There are classes in Coimbatore, I'll go for classes. I told my father, do whatever you want. I'll give you the much freedom. You decide on what you want. Be clear on what you want. Don't sit and spiral. So that thing I can tell, sir. In May 23 attempt and November 23 attempt, might be I was procrastinating and I was spiraling in my own thoughts. There's a book called 7 Habits. My father will constantly tell me to read it. I've read it once, but that things the book tells us circle of concern and circle of influence. So circle of concern is something where circle of control, circle of influence, and circle of concern. These three things tells that one circle of control tells that the things what you can control. The circle of concern tells that the things you can't control.
This is out of your hands.
Yes. Circle of influence is something that you can have an influence over, but you can't control it. So these three things, if I would recommend the students to read it. So these three things, like he'll always say, this is in your circle of influence, you can do it. What is not in your circle of influence? What is in your circle of what is not in your circle of control? Why would you think about it?
Too much.
You can't think about it at all. So அது பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் spiraling is something that we sit for hours, we do nothing, but we sit. We even see classes. அப்படியே யூடியூப்ல வந்து கிளாஸ் ஓடிட்டே இருக்கும், நோட்ஸ் எடுத்துட்டே இருப்போம், but nothing goes in.
You are not fully into it.
Yes. So that's what spiraling is. But our mind will be thinking something else. ஐயோ நான் இந்த தடவையும் ஃபெயில் ஆயிட்டேன், என்ன பண்றது?
True. That is
இது
for
வந்து
every student experiences.
Yes. ஸோ வந்து இது வந்து நான் இந்த போர்ஷன் இவ்வளோ இருக்கேன், நான் இன்னும் இதை முடிக்கலையே, என்ன பண்றது? அந்த என்ன பண்றதுன்னு யோசிக்கிற டைம்ல இதை முடிச்சுட்டு அடுத்தது பண்ணலாங்கிறது வந்து I didn't know. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் I rectified in my May 24 attempt. I went for classes. I came first for your classes. So I think first you only started.
Yeah.
IDT class I came. அதுக்கப்புறம் I came for FR, I came for audit. அப்புறம் I think AFM I went for another academy. So இதெல்லாம் முடிச்சிட்டு me and my friend, we both were in the same state. நாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் we were actually foundation சொன்னல sir, friends. We were 4 friends. So என்னன்னா we were 4 friends. So 2 friends we were in the same state. Another friend went to Chennai. இன்னொருத்தி பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டா November 22 attempt. She cleared in the first attempt. So me and Nishanti, there's no point in hiding. So me and Nishanti we were in the same state. So நாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து படிச்சோம். டெய்லி அப்டேட். டெய்லி வந்து காலையில 4 மணிக்கு எந்திரிக்கிறதுனா அவளுக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யார் எழுந்திருக்காங்களோ நாங்கள் அவளுக்கு கூப்பிட்டுருவோம்.
Okay.
ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் த கிளாஸஸ் தீஸ் ஆல் ஹேப்பன். ஸோ இப்போ உங்கள் கிளாஸ் முடிச்சுட்டு தேர்ஸ் அ பிரேக் நோ சார், 2-3 days பிரேக். அந்த 2-3 days பிரேக்ல வீல் அப்டேட். ஓகே நீ இந்த டைம்ல எந்திரிச்சிட்டியா, கால் பண்ணி எந்திரிச்சிட்டியா, என்ன படிச்ச, டெய்லி காலையில எழுப்பி விட்டுட்டு அப்புறமா வி ஸ்டடி. At the end of the day, we discuss what and all you did, what and all you did not do, why did you waste time, why did you waste time, what triggered you to waste time. So அந்த ஒரு கண்ட்ரோல் இருக்கணும் each other மேல. If I'm sure who are all going into the CA journey, I think at least 60% of people will have someone who is in the same stage.
More than 60. Almost everyone has got. Only thing is they reach out, few hesitate to reach out.
Yes.
So everyone in CA journey has someone that they can discuss things.
Yes.
Might not be to the level that you are discussing because of your emotional content also, but without emotional content also you discuss with your seniors.
Yes.
So they do have. Only thing is you have to reach out to them and they will surely. If you reach out to someone, believe me, the obligation on the other person is more than you are seeking for. So he'll give more than what is required.
Yes. So அவளை எழுப்பணும். இப்போ வந்து we decided on 5 o'clock. So if we decide on 5 o'clock the night வந்து okay 5 o'clock நான் வந்து உன்னை எழுப்பி விட்டுறேன்னு நான் டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா I have to wake up at 4:30, 4:50 at least. 4:50 எழுந்திரிச்சிட்டு I have to be fresh first and then only wake her up. Because I am waking her up, I should be at least fresh. நான் அவளை எழுப்பி விட்டு நான் திருப்பி தூங்கக்கூடாதுல்ல. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரிலாம் we decided on that and we studied properly. We planned the schedule. இந்த 15 days இதை படிக்கணும், இந்த 15 days இதை படிக்கணும். Test, we didn't compromise on the test.
Planning, revision and test.
Yeah, we didn't compromise on the test. We properly studied for last 1 month. That's the thing I wanted to tell in this session, sir. Last 1 month is crucially
Very
important.
crucial.
Very crucially
For
important.
few of you, for the students who are at your level, might be your IQ level, you are saying that you never failed and you are the topper, and also for you might be 1 month, but generally I would write to revise that 1 month to 1.5 to 2 months.
Okay.
Because in your experience you found that 1 month comfort.
Yes.
Not everyone will find that comfort in 1 month. They will shiver, they will have that breakdown in that 1 month. They'll have exam fear.
Yes.
So you make sure that this 1 month is for her. Generally you make sure that you have a sufficient gap of 1.5 months to 2 months. If not 2 months, 1.5 months is comfortably you can take care of. If you are writing one group, 1 month is too much. If you're writing both the groups, 1.5 to 2 months. If it's 2 months, it is better. If not, at least 1 month, 20 days you should have in your hand.
So we completed our audit class on April 3rd.
Okay.
And April 5th we had a mock test in ICA. Audit itself we had a mock test. Teju ma'am was like, go and write the test. Please go and write the test. I have taken the classes. You go and write the test. You'll surely pass if you write the test. So we also wrote the test. And we decided on we didn't want to depend on someone else to correct our papers because the time was also very less.
You corrected your own
So
papers.
I corrected hers and she corrected mine. So we also knew each other's mistake and our own mistakes. What mistake she does, if I correct, I'll know, no, sir.
Yeah,
And also my
you'll learn
mistake
from
she'll
their-
tell. My
their-
mistake she'll tell. So like this we studied and then we cleared.
Okay. So what is the difference that you found in online and face to face? And why you are telling repeatedly that I have been telling my friends, but they're not understanding it. Face to face is different.
So first thing is sitting for the longer hours.
One.
So yeah, first thing is sitting for the longer hours. Second one is concentration. Third one is someone is watching you. That's the major thing. Someone is watching you. And the fourth thing would be your dedication level.
Seeing others.
Seeing others. Your dedication level, seeing others. And probably the fifth one would be I feel the less time we'll waste in face-to-face classes.
True.
So let's say that we are sitting in home. I'm not saying everybody can't do it. I'm just
That
saying
is only for very dedicated students who will sit and complete it, because I've been selling online lectures since 2020. And to be very honest, running an online lecture is more monetary benefit and in terms where I need to put some this is studio room is sufficient for me. In not 2 big classes and all, that is not required for my, not required for any faculty for that matter. But the experience from faculty point of view, I miss that interaction.
Yes.
So now sitting in the studio room where we are sitting, you just think of me recording alone. Right? How
That's
painful
difficult.
it is. It's actually, yeah, when you go with the flow, you'll not realize it. And it becomes a habit, and after some time you started enjoying it also. I don't deny that fact, but that experience with students, their reaction, their positive, their queries and all, we are missing that. So whatever you have said, I would like to add few other points. That atmosphere.
Atmosphere, yes.
So you'll have that positive vibrations. I strongly believe in vibrations. So that positive vibrations, atmosphere, it will push you to the next level where the atmosphere at your home would not be always supportive. Plus, a lot of the online students, the maximum coverage that they, on an average, they will touch only 70-75%. And they'll always ask for extension, please extend this, please extend that, because they are doing a lot of things at one point of time. And sitting at home at times, it is very easy to waste your time.
Yes,
And we
yes,
have
that's
our
the point.
this is the biggest enemy that you have in your hand, and this will eat your time without knowing that it is eating your time, and after some time you will realize that okay, it has eaten my lot of time. So this for sure is a distraction which maybe 10 years 12 years back you did not have this.
Yes.
Because in the same phone you might be watching lectures, or maybe in laptop, in the same thing you'll be doing that. So it's not that you have your own choice, but if at all it is possible, make sure that in your city, if at all there's a face-to-face option, better go it. Online can be an addition part. And for the fact that online classes are advantages also, online market has made sure that the classes are more effective in terms of they are not so expensive.
Yes.
So you get it at an affordable pricing. So that is an advantage. You take advantage of that. So that can be an add-on if you want. Only depending on it, it will help only few students, and you will go into that cycle of what she was telling, that spiraling. Again, you'll go that go into that particular cycle, and you'll be disturbed a lot. Mentally, you'll be disturbed. You don't know what to do. So she was telling about the 2 months that she had. I had a similar kind of experience. I have never failed throughout my life journey except for CA final.
Okay.
And I could relate more than anyone else relate, because those two students, Vishal and Praveen, we are partners and now founders of same academy. We were expecting for rank.
Okay.
So we were very clear. We were spending about 16-17 hours a day only in learning. I mean, except for sleeping that 4-5 hours, having food and all, that was our pakka schedule. So, and it was a healthy competition, so much that we did not even discuss with each other.
Oh.
Right, so who is going to get AIR 1 and who's going to get AIR 2. That was the level of preparation that we had, and we flunked in first attempt. Both of us flunked in first attempt. The margin was very less, 39 marks in first group auditing I got. Maybe he got the similar kind of marks. But that really doesn't matter, because 1 mark, 2 marks is very normal in CA. Right? So I was in that zone where I could not discuss, and you were telling about crying. I have done a lot. It's nothing wrong for guys to cry and all.
No.
But I did not even come out of the home. Because we were so confident that if anyone again, I was very honest. How are you? My preparation is excellent. If at all the question comes, yes, I'm preparing for a year. So
Yeah,
that
okay.
was not overconfidence. It was said humbly, but that was the preparation.
Based
level.
on preparation, you told.
If at all I heard that you're preparing Ivlo Padcha, all India rank target pandra. So that was the level. So those students who are preparing for rank, you can have that as add-on. Right. Make sure that, and that too, those students will start preparing. I have started preparing 1.5 years back.
Yes.
So my preparation was starting before that, because I knew that this is the target. So now at that point of time, online market was not at all there in our part of India.
Okay.
Southern part of India, northern part of India, to some extent it was at some extent, not boom and all. Very starting part, very basic thing. It was there. So this level, now you have an advantage. You take the advantage of it. Face to face, might be you can go for crash courses, or might be you can go for marathon courses, or might be you can go for full courses where you're not at all clear with online classes. Might be online classes, the faculty would have taken detailed lecture, but you're not able to connect it. You're not able to connect it.
That happens.
So it's not the fault of the faculty, it's that connect that is missing. You feel, and even how do you expect a person who's recording in a studio to have emotional connect
Yes.
on screen? We are not actors, we are just faculties. So that connect is only possible for an actor, not a faculty. So you decide. It is obviously very helpful for those students who are there in remote part of the cities.
Yes.
Where they don't have an option, that cost is a constraint. Yes, you have an advantage, take that. Otherwise, make sure that you take on that advantage face to face plus online. You can have that combo, what you had, but you had at a different point of time where you gave up this and came for this.
Yes.
So you can use that as an effective tool. You can have classes combo also. In the class, I think nallave theri konja effort pota podu seri online paathuko. So you start talking about law.
Yes.
தெரியும் ஆனா டைரக்டா படிக்கும் போது டிஃபிகல்ட் இருந்துச்சு. So maybe that online would have helped you start.
Yes.
Too early.
Yes.
You started long back the moment you were into your internship. At point of time, it would have given some connect.
Yes.
You can do that. So her journey was wonderful. Maybe last few points, Meenakshi, what students are required to do at any level, be it foundation, inter, or final level. What are the few do's and don'ts? Maybe point wise, enna do pannu, enna panakudadu.
So one last thing I'd like to add about the online classes. It's online class. For people it works. For some people it works. But what I'm saying is decide what works for you little priorly before your exams.
True.
So for example, every CA final students goes through articleship, sir. Every articleship has work pressure, but we do have leaves. So try online classes at that time. Sundays you try, every holiday you try sitting in classes nearer to your leave. Exam leave will get 4-5 months, you will get exam leave, or 1 year before you try. If you can't sit, decide on the face to face. If you can sit, decide on online classes.
A lot of students do it for the sake of completing it.
Yes.
So her point is, don't do for the sake of completing it. Seri, or classes tick mark போகணும் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. You have a, yes, there is a positive effect of telling yourself that I have completed this classes. So a lot of people do it for the sake of taking it.
Yes.
In the class முடிஞ்சிருச்சு, in the class முடிஞ்சிருச்சு, in the class முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் 4-5 months after that you see back முடிஞ்சிருச்சு, but do I know it?
ஸோ என்ன ஆகக்கூடாதுன்னா அந்த எக்ஸாம்ல இருக்கிற 4 monthsல நான் இதுக்கு ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் கிளாஸ் போயிருக்கலாமோ அப்படின்னு ஃபீல்
ஆகக்கூடாது.
ஸோ டிசைட் ஆன் இட் ப்ரையர்லி. உங்களுக்கு ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸ் கம்ஃபர்டபுள்னா டூ டேக் இட். இஃப் யூ கேன் டேக் இட். ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் வேணும்னா டிசைட் ஆன் தட். பட் டோன்ட் sit and think on the last 4 months. Last 4 months is for either going for classes or learning or preparing. It's not for the time of deciding. சில பேர் ஆன்லைனும் எடுத்துட்டு ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸும் எடுத்துட்டு கன்ஃபியூஷன்ல இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ இந்த கன்ஃபியூஷன்லாம் கெட் ரிட் ஆஃப் இட் அட்லீஸ்ட் 1 year prior to your articleship ending.
True.
ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா ஆன்லைனா ஓகே நான் வந்து டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டேன் என்னால ஆன்லைன்ல படிக்க முடியும்னு மைண்ட் கேம்.
They'll have that compatibility. If at all you have decided 1 year back,
Yes.
they'll know, is it suitable for me or not suitable for me?
Yes.
So that is
It
a
was
very wise
also a
point.
mind game. So in my case it was purely a mind game. So it was all about my confidence level. நான் வந்து கிளாஸ் பார்த்து எனக்கு புரிஞ்சாலுமே நான் சம்ஸ் கரெக்டாக ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணாலுமே என்னோட பேக் ஆஃப் மைண்ட்ல ஓடிட்டே இருந்தது நீ ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் கிளாஸ் போயிருந்தா பாஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அது ஓடிட்டே இருந்ததுனா இட் வாஸ் ஆல்சோ கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் ஃபேக்டர் ஃபார் மீ. ஸோ ஒன்ஸ் ஐ கேம் ஃபார் த ஃபேஸ் டு ஃபேஸ் கிளாஸ் மை கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் பூஸ்டட் அப். நான் படிச்சேனோ அந்த எஃபெக்டிவா படிச்சேங்கிறது வந்து எனக்கு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் ஏறினதுனால நான் இன்னும் எஃபெக்டிவா படிச்சேன்.
Lot of other factors, atmosphere,
ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் and
lot of other
competitiveness. For example, இப்போ காயத்ரி மேம் FR கிளாஸ் எடுத்தபோது she split us into groups. அது வந்து ரொம்ப என்ஜாயபிளா இருந்தது சார். எப்படின்னா
எந்த குரூப் மார்க்ஸ் வரும்,
எந்த குரூப் ஜாஸ்தி மார்க் வரும், யார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த கிளாஸ்.
So there is some enjoyment within the classes.
Yes, within the classes.
Which is not possible in online classes.
Online class it's not possible. So என்ன ஆகும்னா she'll give us some ரெண்டு சம் சிமிலரா இருக்கும்ல சார். I say we and one more thing is this I'll give it when we talk about the tips. And what FR class என்ன ஆகும் அப்படின்னா she'll give us sums, 2 sums. One sum similar இருக்கும் that we'll work out in the class all together. இன்னொரு sum இருக்கும். She'll be like groups-ஆ பிரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க, discuss and work out. யார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முடிக்கிறீங்களோ உங்களுக்கு ஒரு gift, இல்ல ஒரு சாக்லேட், இல்ல ஒரு ஐஸ்கிரீம், அந்த மாதிரி something like that. That's all a minimal enjoyment we do. அது வந்து gift இல்லனா கூட நாங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் முடிச்சிட்டோம்னு சொல்றதுல ஒரு கெத்து. So அதெல்லாம் வந்து face to face you can enjoy அந்த மாதிரிலாம் இருக்கும். So now coming to the
do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts வந்து plan. First tip will be plan, but please plan which you can do. இவங்க பண்றாங்க அவங்க பண்றாங்க அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக don't give a long short plan. Give yourself a short goal which is doable for you. Nobody can know you better than you know yourself.
True. Your own plan.
Yeah, do your own plan. Please plan it according to your will. உங்களால வந்து 2 மணி நேரம் தான் உட்கார முடியும் அப்படின்னா அதை 2.5 மணி நேரமா ஆக்கணுமே தவிர 5 மணி நேரமா ஆக்கக்கூடாது. 5 மணி நேரம் ஆக்கி நீங்க பிளான் போட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா உங்களால 1 மணி நேரம் கூட உட்கார முடியாது. உங்க மைண்ட் வந்து இட் வில் பி லைக் ஐயோ நான் 5 மணி நேரம் போட்டிருக்கேன், 5 மணி நேரம் படிக்கலாம், 5 மணி நேரம் உட்காந்தே ஆகுது. இஃப் யூ டோன்ட் சிட் ஃபார் 5 hours அன்னைக்கு நாள் ஃபுல்லா பாக்கி இருக்கிற let's say we allotted 10 to 12 hours for studying. 5 hours you have allotted for one subject and 5 hours for another subject. Now this is for only final. Foundation I think ஒரு நாளைக்கு 6 hours if you study it's sufficient. For final 12 hours, let's say you're planning for 12 hours, 5 hours one subject, 5 hours another subject. 5 hours one subject வந்து let's say the subject is a little weak for you. நீங்க வந்து படிக்க உட்காருறீங்க, 1 hourல you couldn't manage it, you get up, சரி நான் ரிலாக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு வரேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நடந்தா பரவாயில்ல. ஃபோன் எடுத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா 2 hours will go. You'll go. போனா ஐயோ நான் 1/2 மணி நேரம் தான் பிளான் பண்ணேன், 2 மணி நேரம் போச்சேன்னு சொல்லி உட்காடுறவங்க will waste time. This happened for me. நான் வந்து நீங்க பண்ணுவேன்னு சொல்ல, நான் பண்ணேன்.
Most of the students it does happen. So make a realistic plan.
Make realistic plan. Achieve your plan. இப்போ வந்து உங்களால ஒரு பிளான் பண்ணி அதை அச்சீவ் பண்ண முடியலன்னா recompose your plan. அது வந்து
reschedule your plan.
Rework and reschedule. And the one advice I will give you is have someone who can take care of you at your preparation. Take care in the sense a friend. நீங்க வந்து இப்போ obviously everybody will have a friend. அது வந்து friends இல்லாம இருக்கிறது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப rare.
Everyone will have
some sort of support. Even you can ask your mom or dad. அவங்க சொல்றது இன்னும் வலிக்கும். ஏன்னா அவங்க வந்து they are spending their entire life on you. அவங்க வந்து வாழ்றதே உங்களுக்காக தான் வாழ்றாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து.
Or you can have a mentor. Nowadays there are a lot of mentors.
Yeah, mentor also you can have. Mentor அப்படிங்கும்போது you will have a fear also. அவங்க கேட்பாங்க அப்படிங்கிற அவங்க ஏன்னா you will have respect
for that mentor. The moment you have said that he is your mentor,
yes,
obviously you cannot come out of that fact again. So mentor, have
so
someone.
Every relationship has its own advantage. So அம்மா அப்பான்னு எடுத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஒரு ரெஸ்பெக்ட் அண்ட் அவங்க கேட்பாங்களே, அவங்க கேட்ட முடிக்கலன்னு சொன்னா அவங்க என்ன சொல்லுவாங்களோங்கிற பயம் இருக்கும். மென்டாருக்கு அதுதான். ஃப்ரெண்டு வந்து they will take the liberty of scolding you. நல்லா கேட்பாங்க. They will take the liberty of scolding you, and the friend should be also of the same mindset. அவங்க வந்து படிச்சுக்கலாம் அப்படி படிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கணும். ரெண்டு பேருக்குமே வந்து அதே மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கும். ஸோ தட் choosing your partner is important, and I would recommend having a partner for study, planning and rescheduling the planning if it doesn't work out, and writing tests.
The most important thing.
The most important for any level.
You have to write the test. It's not necessary that someone else evaluated. She had a friend who could help her in evaluating. If no one is there, nobody. You know your points. Obviously, you'll not learn from others' mistake, but you do have suggested answer. Only one request: make sure that you don't see anything of the answer. The moment you see that answer, you're gone. Your mind will tell that you know the answer, then you'll write it correctly. Make your own mistakes. Learn. Write notes. Just writing the test doesn't mean that you completed it. You have to give yourself marks. You be the worst corrector ever. So you scored ICA for a lot of reasons that correct evaluation. You be worse than that. That you give less mark, 3 marks now proper marks kammiya kodutittu see where you're standing, and you will know the chapters where you have to focus on. So just by writing test, evaluation is a way where you will know where you're lacking and work on. So people only completed write test பண்ணிட்டு என்ன பண்ணும், you will know. And certain tests have to be written long back, 2-3 months back, and the last part of test maybe you have to return maybe in the last 1 month phase. So you do have to split. Lot of people only focus on that last 1 month test.
Yes.
So you do write test when the classes are going on.
Yeah.
When the classes are going on, you complete it. Just open on test paper and write it. You will know that okay, in the area in the chapter in this particular subject, this chapter I am not comfortable, so I have to spend more time on that.
Yes.
Because this cannot be done in last 1 month.
Yes.
Last 1 month, don't read anything new. Never. Whatever you have read, whether important or not important, don't start anything new. It will not work out. So it has to be done only 3 months per year. And like she said, 1 month test, revision and test is very important.
So test பொறுத்த வரைக்கும், if you conquer writing the test fear, நிறைய பேருக்கு அந்த டெஸ்ட் எழுதுற ஃபியர் இருக்கும். சரி, எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு. So if you conquer that fear, you are 50% pass at the time. ஏன்னா படிச்சிருப்போம், ஃபுல்லா படிச்சிருப்போம், but we don't have the confidence to see the paper. And one more thing you said is correct, sir. We tend to see the answers. Question பார்த்துட்டு, because right, let's say we are writing at home, question இருக்கும், questionும் laptop பார்ப்போம். Somebody most of the people see laptops and write. All tab படிச்சா answer வந்துரும்ல.
Never do it. If you are doing it, then better don't write. It's of no use.
So that's the fear of failing in home. So and the fear of failing, if you conquer only, you can get the pass marks in the final exam. So writing tests has this two things. One, you have to conquer the fear. நீங்க வந்து be honest to yourself. You don't need to be honest to anyone else. Be honest to yourself. So that's the thing, sir. And the main part is ICA sums, ICA books.
That is important.
So ICA sums and ICA books are the most important, and that's the one big lesson I learned in this May 24. I didn't concentrate anything other than ICA sums.
Make sure that whatever faculty books are referring, most of the faculties will take ICA sums. Even after that, you make sure that you go to ICA sums and see that, okay, am I comfortable?
Yes.
If ICA is going to give any questions from here, I should not be feeling that I have not gone through it. I may have been prepared for the toughest question, but the simplest question comes from ICA, I may not be able to do it. So just make sure that you have read everything in that particular author's book. Go and verify. Okay, done. It will take very less time of yours.
Yes.
But your confidence will keep on increasing. Okay, patach. So that confidence level will play your mind. Right. Thank you, Meenakshi.
Thank you, sir.
So for such a wonderful discussion on what was your journey and what is the thing that you have to give to the students.
Thank
So
you, sir.
I'm sure all of you would take some advice and some points which you can connect. It's not necessary that everyone should buy every point. Some points that you can connect and take it and make sure that you do apply in your students' journey. Thank you.
Thank you.